ಊರಿಗೆ ಇವನು ಚಿನ್ನದ ಕಳಶ ಕೃಷ್ಣನ ಕರ್ಣನ ಹೋಲುವ ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಸೇನೆಯ ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸೋ ಧೈರ್ಯದ ರಭಸ ಗಾಲಿಗೆ ಸೋಲುವ ಮಗುವ ಮನಸ ಢಮಢಮರುಗ ಬೆಚ್ಚಿಸುವ ಜಗ ಬೆಚ್ಚಿಸುವ ಪರಶಿವನಂದಿ.
We are delighted to bring you a series of videos about the life of Sri Sai Maharaj, or Sai Manchu as he is often called. Sri Sai Maharaj is from Bangalore in southern India, a powerful yet humble and accessible Sadguru. He finally indulged his followers with these stories of his life. These accounts provide a rare insight into the early life of a Sadguru and serve as an inspiration to achieve the highest levels of self-realization. Sri Sai Maharaj attained self-realization under the care and guidance of Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba, whose name you will also hear mentioned throughout these videos. We share these chronicles with you here, starting with this video about his miraculous birth. Let's begin. Every human being has a birth on this earth. Swami or Sri Sathya Sai Baba selected my birth in a poor family in Bangalore. I've been asked about how my mother was chosen to be my mother and if she did anything special in a past life that this role was given to her. My mother is so blessed. A blessed mother should be selected by the divine. She was chosen by Swami, not by me. As soon as my mother took birth, one big cobra came near her head. My grandmother and grandfather were frightened by this incident. They lit incense and performed a ritual with the incense. They pleaded with the cobra, "Please don't hurt the baby. If you go away without hurting the child, we will give her your name." So my grandparents came to know that she was a blessed child. They named her Nagaratna. Naga means cobra and Ratna means gem. In India, a precious gem is placed on cobras' heads in photos of gods who have cobras hovering over them protectively. Before my birth, my father and mother had 2 children. The first child is my sister, and after that is my brother. My mother gave birth to a 3rd child, which was stillborn. The moment she lost the 3rd child, she decided not to have any more children. She was upset when she lost the child, and she was tired. Usually in those days, women had to take a long rest after losing a child. The family decided to go for a river bath in the Netravati river, which means water has fallen. The Netravati flows near the beautiful ancient Sri Manjunatha temple at Dharmasthala, Karnataka. Sthala means place, Dharma means righteousness. After their bath, they paid their respects to the main deity of that place, Manjunatha Swami, a form of Lord Shiva represented as a Shiva Lingam. When I asked Swami about my life, he showed me that the same thing with the light that had happened to his mother also happened to my mother and me. When Swami's mother, Ishwaramma, was lifting water from the well, a blue light from the sky entered her womb, and so Sai Baba was conceived. Like that, my mother's aura became a purplish blue the moment she came in front of the Shiva Lingam. Purplish blue is the highest form of energy. The blue light entered my mother. In such a way, my mother conceived. She couldn't feel the light, but the divine energy of the blue light was so powerful that she became tired, and when she came out of the premises of the temple, she vomited. Because the entry of Shiva's energy happened for my birth, you see my face does not resemble my family's. Because the light of divinity was inside me from birth, there is the grace of on-the-spot speeches, on-the-spot composing of the bhajans, on-the-spot composing of slokas, on-the-spot passing of energies for countries. After she had visited the Sri Manjunatha temple, they confirmed that my mother conceived at that place only. Still today, they say the main reason for my birth was the blessings of Lord Shiva at Dharmasthala. But when I was in her womb, she was not willing to have the child. Since her third child had died in her womb, she feared her fourth child would also die. Because of that depression, she decided there should be no more children for her. She tried to rid herself of the unborn baby in several ways. She ate unripe papaya because, according to Ayurveda, unripe papaya can be used to cause a miscarriage. She took many tablets continuously to lose the baby in her womb. Banyan seeds were made into a powder, and she drank this poison. She boiled and drank jaggery water. That is the reason for my dark skin color. She didn't feel movement in the womb, so she thought the baby had died. In spite of all these efforts, day by day the baby grew in her womb. An old Hanuman temple was near my grandfather's house where they stayed. Pregnant women often serve at temples so the delivery would be much easier. While I was in the womb, my mother did nice service at the temple, cleaning and washing the temple, putting rangolis or chalk designs in front of God. My mother had some divine experiences. When she was in her 5th month, a cobra appeared in her dream. It talked with my mother as a human being. Every day it came in her dream until I was born. It would sit in the umbrella pose on her stomach, protecting her navel. My mother scolded the snake and asked it why it was doing this. The cobra told her it was here to protect the child. The snake said, "Don't worry at all, be happy. The child is blessed and it is divine, and I want to protect it from evil forces." Each time my mother wakened, she would be frightened and would tell my grandfather about the dreams. The family elders believed it was a sign that blessed things would happen in the family. They said that since she had visited the Manjunatha Shiva temple and she had conceived there, the snake had come in dreams as Shiva's blessing. The real fact was, the cobra was my guru from my previous birth. For this reason, I will tell the story of why he came to my mother in dreams. After my birth in Shirdi with Shirdi Sai Baba, I had another birth with one of the great saints, a Siddha Purusha, a realized soul with powers, who lived in the Himalayas. I was doing hard and humble service for him at that time. This guru was equal to Lord Shiva. He was very powerful. He had such a power he could give life to a dead body. Before leaving the body, Siddha Purushas and Gurus would do some welfare work. So before he was to leave his body, he wanted to transfer all of his powers to me. He had one condition, that I should not use the powers for my own sake or my friend's sake. I should use the powers only for the welfare of this world. I promised, and he transferred all his powers to me and left his body. My behavior changed after I received the powers in my body. I got so many friends because they saw these powers and surrendered to me. They provoked me to misuse the powers. I did abuse the powers, which was not dharmic. So the Guru came in the form of a serpent and bit me. In this way, he received all his powers back and he vanished. I am very thankful to my Guru. As I said, he was actually a form of and equal to Shiva. So when my mother and father went to the Shiva temple, by the blessings of Shiva and my Guru, this Shiva energy entered my mother. After I had entered my mother's womb, again that Guru came in the same snake form that had bitten me in the previous birth. He came in the 5th month because spiritually 5 always means victory for all works. He started giving me his powers back while I was in the womb. When a child gets such powers through the higher soul of a Guru while in the womb, it's called Garbha Vidya, knowledge in the womb. It's a real blessing. All children do not get this. So already these were the blessings from my past, not just my present. All the energies couldn't enter the womb at once. It's limited. Day by day, sitting on her womb, the snake gave the baby all his energies until the 9th month. So, from the first day of the 5th month, when he came, and every day until the 9th month, she had pain from this. Doctors decided the child would take birth on the 24th or 25th of March. That was the scientific date, but Swami had decided to bring me out according to the divine plan on the 16th of March, 1983, exactly at 5:37 a.m. Early morning called Brahma Muhurta. As Bhagavan says, it is an auspicious time before sunrise when all the divine gods and goddesses arrive in temples and houses where sadhakas or spiritual aspirants do rituals of worship or pujas. The 15th night, my mother went to the hospital for an injection for pain relief. My father was not with her because he was working as a carpenter. The doctor asked her why she had come then, as the due date was not until the 24th. They gave her an injection and sent her home. He told her to return on the 24th. When she left the hospital, she couldn't bear the pain. She shouted like anything. Again, she was admitted back into the hospital. Everyone was shocked because the child started coming out. The child arrived on the auspicious Wednesday of the 16th according to the blessings of Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba. According to my horoscope, they had named me Raghu because I took birth on Wednesday, which is related to Lord Rama. My mother had great difficulty with me because from birth onward I was crying. I would not drink milk or anything. During this time, my mother had a vision that this child was a gift, a boon, from their pilgrimage to Dharmasthala. She remembered that Lord Manjunatha had blessed them with the birth of the baby. So my family decided to change my name to Manjunath. My mother laughed and whispered in my ear 3 times the short form Manju, Manju, Manju. As soon as she said that, I started laughing instead of crying, confirming the name for them. So, through my mother, Swami gave me this name, not according to the horoscope, but Swami's scope. During my 3rd interview with Swami, he told me the significance in numerology of his birth date. Then I became curious about my own birth date. So Swami told me that 16 is a beautiful number for the spiritual path. It signifies the 16 divine qualities of the Purna avatar. The 16, 1 plus 6 is a 7. 7 signifies the 7 divine mothers, the 7 rishis, the 7 oceans, the 7 sapnadis, energy pathway centers in the spine, the 7 sacred rivers, the 7 colors. 7 is for heaven. It is forever. Then he talked about the significance of 3 and March being the 3rd month. Swami said that he is the threefold God, Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva, the creator, organizer and destroyer, which is already in you. 1983 is a 21. 2 plus 1 is 3. The 3 numbers also stand for the Avadhuta energy, as well as for the 3 gods of the Hindu Trinity and their female consorts. So the universe and all the goddesses and gods are there in your date of birth. Every birth is so precious in life. We should understand the significance of our own birth dates to make the best use of this guidance. I'm so lucky Satya Sai Baba revealed all this to me before I entered the spiritual path. It inspired me a lot to reach his level.